Friends, hi there. Welcome to our show. You know, health is a very important aspect of life living. And we are fortunate to have with us today the man who calls the shot in the Department of Health in the Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. And I'm proud to present to you our very one, our friend, the energetic and very dependable Secretary, Dr. Kadil Sinolinding. Magandang gabi po. Good evening.
Good evening, Ben.
Bernie.
Bernie. And sa lahat ng ating mga televiewers, Assalamualaikum.
Well, Secretary, there's a strong wind that brought you here in this part of the region. Alam po namin, when we see you here, there's something great gonna happening. Well, Secretary, first and foremost, this is a very memorable gathering that we had, and this is for the first time held in this part of the country.
It is actually a celebration of achievement and accomplishments that our dreams and our mandate is translated into the lives of the people of Basilan in terms of health. This is now the realization of everybody's dream, from an ordinary health worker, the community health team, the barangay health workers, the municipal health officers, together along with all the workforce in the health department, and then that goes up to the provincial government and into the regional level.
You really do go for convergence, working together with people.
Actually,
Doing it together.
work is not difficult when we all work hand in hand. And that is the secret why we can achieve more, by utilizing the talent and the reserve resources and the potential of all people that have a common interest. Kaya nga po, mas malaki at mas malawak ang ating nararating at nakakamit because of the utilization of our reserve force, and they are all willing to make and be a part in this history making.
Given the emphasis that there's more yet to be done for ARMM insofar as delivery of basic services, reaching out to people in the different islands, especially in the remotest area, to the marginalized sectors of the community.
Where our services are needed, we should be there. So the thrust now of the Department of Health, not only here in the region but on the national level, is to make health an accessible item as a social component in the development. That is why we always wanted our presence to be felt not only in the urban area but in the most remote area. And the access to health should be respected, and it should be given as a basic commodity among the people, to have the access to right information, to have the access to quality health care, and to have a right access to medicines and all the services that the department can offer.
But sad to say, or maybe unfortunately, you just serve ARMM in given this predicament that we're almost to end the term of the officials of the ARMM to come September 30. So, Secretary, I think maybe inform our people if how far have you done in just less than 2 years or more that you were able to at least achieve our goal in the mission to bring better health care to our people.
To be exact, this is now almost the second month of my service as a Secretary of Health here in ARMM. Based on what we have done, I can safely and proudly say that with the help of all our workforce, we were able to bring down the maternal and infant mortality that the ARMM usually tops the list. We have the worst statistics, but as of the moment, I can say that out of the effort and out of the interventions of our workforce, we were able to curb or reduce significantly. And that is why when I ask for support in the national government, without hesitation, they give it to us. To be frank and to be honest about it, this year, the national government allocated 380 million Health Facility Enhancement Program Fund for the development and improvement of ARMM.
It is a national board.
It's a national budget going into the region. Despite what happened in the past, they have this kind of trust for our people.
So does it mean because of their sterling accomplishment in the additional months?
I think it is because of what the department have achieved.
Okay.
Not only me, but the whole department in general.
So, Secretary, we have the many issues concerning us, you know, the reproductive health bill, and we have, of course, a shortage in our personnel,
Yes.
our resources and logistics. How will you be able to, you know, at least move headway to achieving all this? What are the indicators? I mean, I would say, things that are contributory to such success.
Number one is partnership. We don't have enough fund, but there are partners, there are organizations who are willing to help us. And all we need to do is link with them, get connected. Aside from partnership with international and local NGOs, we have the LGUs. All we have to do is ask. All we have to do is knock on their door and let them realize that the people we serve are their people also. And with that, we have already saved a lot of fun. Aside from that, there is the volunteers. Everybody have the hero in our heart. The spirit of volunteerism is there. For as long as they believe in you, for as long as they believe in your advocacy, then it will be an endless process of volunteering themselves and their precious time as well as funds. Fourth is the direction. When you have a very clear direction, you have a focused intervention, the result will be a streamlining of activity with minimized wastage of time as well as resources. So lahat yan kung titingnan natin, pag sama-samahin natin, kaya po natin gawin. Despite the limitation of fund, despite the limitation of manpower and human resource, if we need help, if we can tap the expertise of other people, if we can make use of the talent of others who are willing to share it to us, then I think we can do more and we can do a lot better.
You mentioned good governance.
Yes.
You mentioned delivery of basic service, quality services, of course. And you mentioned transparency.
Yes.
And of course, leadership.
Yes.
And I think you are bounded by these principles.
Those are the basic principles of a public servant. It's not only for me, but for all of us. But the way I see it, it is practiced in almost all agencies and almost all leaders. It is just that it differs from the percentage of implementation. And all we need now is to let our people know what we are doing. And alongside, we'll also inform the people what are our plans so that they can intervene, they can participate, they can be part of the history making. And aside from that, aside from all that I have mentioned, they are part recipient, and the victory for them will be celebrated by all of us.
Basically, we're down to, you know, achieving all this.
Yes, it can be translated as an achievement for the community to enjoy. Because, tulad ng nalaman natin, the mistakes of the past is already part of the past. But the future belongs to the generation that will reap from our intervention, that is our children.
On transparency, Secretary.
In terms of transparency, all we need to do is we document and we let it be known to public. There are so many things that we do not say or we do not inform the public. And there are things that is not supposed to be known to public. But in terms of utilization of funds and how funds are being used for the purpose of public service, I think they deserve to know.
And it is a given fact that if you don't inform the people of the program, how can you expect their support?
Yes.
It's a two-way traffic.
For as long as you enjoy the trust and confidence of the people, it will not be difficult for them to believe you, to believe the leadership that you are trying to sell to among them, and as well as the people who believe in that kind of advocacy.
Well, leadership, no doubt. You are a manager and a leader.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm flattered.
Yeah. The Secretary, just quick question, quick answer. How did you start your crusade? I should say, being a practicing doctor. Where did you start before joining ARMM?
After passing the board exam, I became a municipal health officer of Pagalungan, Maguindanao. It's a fifth-class municipality. And during that time, as the municipal health officer, there are 5 major wars that affected the whole municipality, displacing more than half of the population. By the hardship and reality, by the internal strife, and the warring and endless struggle between two parties, the secessionist as well as the government aspect, it affected the lives of the people. And realizing that difficulties, it made me a better person, understanding it. And then after that, I joined the charity work, doing all the charity missions throughout the country, being an ophthalmologist by profession. So with that, I saw all the difficulties and the realities. And after that, ito na po, when I entered the Department of Health ARMM, it gave me an additional extra, ang tawag natin, extra power. And this kind of charity work is being translated not only on a general perspective but into the last detail. Kaya nga po umabot tayo sa Mapon, umabot tayo sa Turtle Islands, sa Pangutaran, at lahat ng mga areas na hindi nadadalo pa ng ibang mga secretaries. And I'm so happy that the people are satisfied by our coming, by the service that we have provided, and by the advocacy that we would like them to adopt and support.
Well, thank you, Secretary. More quick questions right after this. We'll be right back.